Hey guys, oh, here comes Lucy. I was just watching Lawrence O'Donnell and saw that Trump has known since March of 2019 about the bounties on our U.S. soldiers, and I just felt like I had to go live. Becca's going to join us here shortly, so I'm stalling a little bit, and I invited Johnny too. I'm not sure if he's available or not, but I'll add him in if he shows up. Thank you, Be Kind, for being a moderator for me. Bolton told Trump in March, verbally, in March of 2019. Yeah, we got that things were edited from his book, so apparently this is one of the things. So I'm just going to stall for a few minutes, give the notification bell time to go out. Oh, my niece is in the room, Taro Newbie. Noel, Connie B. We got a few moderators in now, I think. Lucy's got her big butt laying on my mouse. Get her out of the way. So was everyone watching Lawrence O'Donnell when the news broke? Anyone watching this later, just fast forward a little bit. I'm just stalling to give Becca time to get here. Becca and I immediately called Becca and was cursing up a storm. I'll try to watch my language, but I was like, yeah, breaking news, the AP said that Trump knew about the Russian bounties because Bolton told him in March of 2019. And had briefings since March of 2019 on the bounties. I'm so pissed off. I have to ground a minute. I'm trying to think of what questions to ask about this. Ina, you made it in from Hawaii. Oh, Artie's here. It's Brandon too. This may be why, oh, thank you, Sharon Lee. This may be why I don't see Trump at the Republican convention. I just want to, I'm going to ask real quick if the GOP, while I'm waiting on Becca, did the whole GOP know? So they weren't getting briefings in the House Intel committees or Senate meetings that had Democrats in it, apparently. It's blowing up on Twitter as we speak. Let's ask, did Mitch McConnell, Lady G, and other GOP members know about the bounty since last year? Ooh, cards are flying out of my hands here. Hey, Estelle. Ooh, that's maybe why the anxiety card keeps coming up on all these guys. You guys have been watching me for the last couple of months. They're worried about this coming out. Yep, shared information. Yep, they were told, throwing them off balance, of course. Some were out in the cold, so select ones knew. They were talked to. Here's my yes card, the circle of support. So the higher ups in the GOP party, like the Mitch McConnells, the Lindsey Grahams, those guys knew. Probably Matt Gaetz, those guys knew. They were hoping COVID would distract from this. Yeah, judgment's on them. Hey, Virginia. Yeah, Jan B, I saw, like, we had, she's saying soldiers were killed in a car bomb. They think that was part of it. We had 20 troops killed in Afghanistan alone in 2019. And then we've had another 20 since then in 2020. So just in Afghanistan. So we're probably talking about at least 40 troops minimum. And that's if the reporting is accurate. You know how we can't trust this administration. I'm kind of stalling a little bit. I'm waiting on Becca to get here because all these questions are so important. I want to make sure we get to all of them. She was like me. She was like, oh, I got my PJs on. I got to go throw some clothes on. I'm going to look at how the military families who have lost loved ones are going to react to this news. We'll get to the bigger questions. Not that that isn't a big question, but we'll get to Trump and everybody when Becca gets in. Yeah, I try to watch my language when I'm on YouTube, but I called Becca and was dropping F-bombs right and left. I sounded like Becca. So the military families that have lost soldiers, that have lost loved ones since March of 2019, how are they going to feel about this? Yeah, they're watching what's going on. Thank you, Joel. They're watching what's going on and all this erratic behavior. This was work for their loved ones that they've lost. It was work, and they feel left out in the cold because they were not told the truth about what was going on. They're going to get a lot of attention. Anyone who lost loved ones over the last year, I see they're going to put someone in defense mode and they're going to sue. They're going to go for money. Not that that helps replace a loved one, but yeah, secrets coming out over the deaths. They want investigations done. They want to know if their loved one died at the hands of Russia. America's judging. All of America's judging this. So the majority of America. When my America card shows up, it's usually about the majority, not the Trumpsters, of course. Let me ask if this is going to start shifting some Trumpsters' minds, or are they too brainwashed? They're not liking it. Some of them is going to give them a new perspective on things. They're looking overseas and they see investigators coming in. So some are going to get weary of this, but there's still a circle of support around him. So not all of them. Thank you, Ken and Michelle. Some now see, oh, thank you, Joel. Some of them see Trump as treacherous now, treasonous. So the meeting today was only with the Republicans over the bounties. So they want to try to figure out how to spin it. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Secure briefings. So were they getting briefed, or were they talking strategy of how to spin this? You know, I just think of all the things he's done during his presidency, this is the worst. He doesn't regard anyone's life. Trying to get Putin into the G7, make it the G8 again. So what was going on in the Republican meeting today? Anxiety. Oh, here's Becca.
Hi.
Hey, Becca, we're live already.
I just got off the phone with Ian. I told him the scoop on what was going on. So
I'm doing a quick read because the Republicans had a private briefing today.
Where they didn't allow any of the Democrats in, correct?
Right. So I'm looking at what was being discussed. Like, was it a briefing or was it a strategy meeting to figure out how to spin this? Yeah, they're all out of balance. This was sneaky going on, talking about they know the judgment is upon them over their relationship with Putin, and they know that there's going to be some legal implications. So they're looking at how to move forward victoriously. So it was a strategy meeting. They already knew about this. They already knew about it. It was a strategy meeting. Towers on them. Yeah, they're trying to figure out, how do we spend this? Where do we go from here? New start. Some of them are going to walk away from the GOP, though.
I was talking to Ian on the phone, and I was like, Ian, this is a year later and we're just now finding out. Imagine all the other stuff going back a year that we don't know, like.
Yeah, we had 20 soldiers die in 2019 in Afghanistan, and we've had 20 this year already. So at least 40 that have died. I did a reading on how would the families of that have lost soldiers.
I read an article. There was something. I think it was on that AP report that I sent you, and it was one of the a parent, the father of one of the fallen soldiers, that said, "If this is true, I have lost absolutely all respect for this administration." And it's like, I hope you didn't vote Republican, my friend, because this is how you just got paid back.
I was telling everybody. I called you as soon as the news broke on Lawrence and was dropping F-bombs right and left. So
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, how can you not? How can you not?
This is the worst thing he's done. I mean, as bad as trying to go after Joe Biden and the quid pro quo and everything that he was impeached for, this is horrible that he's not protecting our soldiers.
Yeah, and another thing,
he's not protecting our soldiers.
He doesn't care, Jen. He spit in the faces of a Gold Star family. There's Ian. Big Brother just gave you a super chat.
Thank you, Ian.
He dragged John McCain through the mud.
That saluted all the soldiers at the graduation at West Point just a few weeks ago,
and brought them in the middle of a pandemic, so that it's just it. What I want to know, because the reading that we had done, and I believe we were talking about this before, and I'm sorry I'm dialing in late. I had to give Ian the scoop.
I was saving the important questions till you got here.
When Yoda and I were reading Saturday, I don't remember exactly everything that was in that line of 5, but I remember the middle and I remember the last 2. And the middle was crossroads and ship. And then the last, the line of 5 ended with the garden and the ring. And we came up to the conclusion that it's going to be a choice between party and country and what they are committed to, because it was garden and ring. And I never thought to think, okay, break this down and ask, will they go in favor of the country? Will they go in favor of the party? I didn't think to ask it that way in the moment.
Let's ask the majority, because not all of them are going to go that way. But will the majority of the GOP side go for country over party? Let's ask it that way. Let's break it down, because we were talking about that earlier. I remembered you saying that.
And I'm kicking myself for not in the moment not thinking to ask it that way, because I was struggling to find a definitive answer, and all I could see was a commitment to a large body, but I couldn't tell if it was country or party. So
yeah. Everybody's asking some great questions in chat. Y'all hold purely for entertainment purposes only. Thank you, Debsy.
If I may, Jen, for our moderators, the moderators that are on Jen's chat, can you guys please try to collect some of the good questions so that Jen and I don't have to write them down, and you guys can just repost them later if we need help.
There's Johnny. I sent you an invite if you want to join us.
Okay, so will they choose party?
Will the GOP choose country over party? Will the GOP choose country over party?
Will the GOP choose country over party? Will they choose the country over party? I'm getting a no.
I'm getting a no. They're worried about their donors, they've been cooperating with Trump here. This changes everything, but I'm getting, there's the GOP. This is my GOP card still sitting with Trump, trying to climb to higher ground with them. But, this is treason. He's a traitor.
I'm getting the bear, which is power, force, finance, strength, the bully, the boss.
Mm-hmm. Here's the bully card.
Yeah, financial gifts, financial happiness, financial offerings are blocked and delayed. No.
Yeah, they're gonna try to hang on and try to get away with it. Wow, stupid. Okay.
Let me ask it this way. Let me just to clarify this question, Jenny, if I may. Can I please ask if they will defend Trump with these latest revelations?
Yeah, let's ask. How will they defend Trump?
Okay, you ask how, and I'll ask if to get a yes no. Will the GOP defend Trump?
I got that a few would walk away from the GOP when I read on it earlier, but not all of them. So the majority looks like they're going to.
They must have some nasty crap on them from those emails that they hacked on the RNC girl.
Yep. It never came out.
Mm-hmm.
They're already talking about it, trying to figure out what to do, trying to make plans.
Yep, they're going to defend Trump.
Yep, they're going to try to keep everything secret underneath them, even though there's going to be investigations. They're going to act like there's something to celebrate and move forward with them. Justice is on them in the tower, though. It's not going to work.
It's almost like they're trying to just squeak it long enough to the elections. And it's like, y'all done crashed the Titanic into the iceberg. Like, there's just no saving you at this point.
Yeah, it's like they're going to try to take some new action on Russia, after the fact, after all this time. Like, they're going to, they've known for a long time. They have delayed bringing this out for a long time. And it's all over the money, their donations and how they make money, their greed.
I never thought I would say this, but if John McCain was around, this crap would have he would have blown it all over the place. He
would have blown it up tonight. He would have blown it. They're gonna try to manipulate it. They're gonna act like that's not what happened.
That's what I'm getting to. The government, the institution, is going to manipulate. If this is an investigation, they're going to manipulate the investigation for a new direction that's successful. Unbelievable.
So how is Trump feeling right now? How is Trump feeling right now?
Jenny, I really wish I were president or Congress or something, because I would make it law and mandatory for you to run for Congress. Guess what? You have had to have served at least 8 years in the military, period. Minimum. And I guarantee you half of them wouldn't be so eager to send us to war.
Yeah.
So we're asking, how is Trump feeling right now?
Right now, after the news broke. It's probably why Lady G was golfing with him yesterday, so they could discuss this breaking news.
Tell you what they were talking about. Look over here, squirrel. How are you doing on those subpoenas? How are we going to hammer Biden and everybody in his administration to make him look bad? And Lindsey Graham's happy to go along with it.
He's in businessman mode. He doesn't give a shit. He's in businessman mode. He's looking at his money, where his money comes from. It's almost like he looks at it as if people are going to talk about him more. So it gets him like, bad press is as good as good press.
Yeah.
So he's like celebrating because they're talking about him so much. So he's like happy. It's not going to work for him, but he's happy.
Nope. And like Johnny's saying, I'm reading the comments in StreamYard because no one to date has held him accountable. That's. I mean, at this point, Jen, with this, he might as well just send them the bullets. Like we do know, and I don't know if a lot of people remember, and I was a very young child, but Reagan gave the weapons to the Taliban to keep the Russians out.
Sure.
Now it's back on us. You know what I'm saying?
Fair. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jamie, and thank you, Brandon. I'm
getting that he's right now, he's in bed, or he should be in bed. It's what time is it over in the East Coast? 9, 10, 11. It's midnight over there.
Yeah.
This is also depression. However, there's some sort of a resurrection. However, it's also rising anxiety. He is about to start crapping his pants. I hope they have extra heavy duty Depends. He's crapping his pants. There's isolation here. Also, he's crapping his pants about the government and the institutions and what's going to come out to the public. And if they perhaps destroyed enough stuff to get him off the hook, because this is also something that takes away and destroys. So depression, isolation. So it's like he's going up and down in moods. You know what I mean?
So Bolton supposedly told him verbally. So even if he didn't read the reports, verbally he was told in March of 2019. Will Bolton testify now to the House?
Will Bolton testify now?
Yeah, or will Trump try to block him from testifying to the House?
Oh, Ganga's here. Hi, Ganga, my dear.
Hi, Ganga.
I know Miss Ganga is one of our veterans, and I'm sure her blood's boiling too. Let me see. What was the question, my sweet Jenny? Oh, or is Bolton going to testify with the
to the House? No.
Is Bolton going to testify to the House?
Because we got the stuff was cut from the book, and I bet you this is one of the things that was cut.
Oh, yeah. That tells you all you need to know about why every Republican was so hell-bent on not letting him go to the Senate. Because they all knew. Will Bolton testify to the House now? No. Nope. No. Block delayed, but there's going to be a woman that's going to be lighting his butt up with criticism. That's probably Pelosi or perhaps another woman that's going to be lighting him up, criticizing him, but I'm getting a no.
Yeah, it's hard to say I'm getting a yes because I got one of my yes cards, but thank you, Deborah. He's still the emissary for the king. So it's even though emotions are running over, Trump's got the strength on him.
Oh, Lord.
There's something he's going to do erratically, though, that kind of looks like he's cooperating, but it's done more in a celebrity fashion. So he's going to keep talking on the news media without actually going in.
Without having to go under oath. That's nice. That's his book tour. Hey, I'll tell you everything he did to trade, to be a traitor to the U.S., but I won't do it under oath.
He's going to talk about Russia and Trump and what all's been going on in the world. So even though it's cut from the book, he's going to talk about it. So let's ask, will there be an impeachment over the bounties?
I was kind of getting that Saturday, but we'll see what. Jesus.
Well, we know the Senate won't remove if they're going to back Trump up from that last spread, but
you know what we should do?
We should have 20 zillion impeachments on him and make him the most impeached president ever.
Yep. You know what we should do, Jenny? We should start a GoFundMe so that we can save up enough money to get one of those, what do they call those machines that people drive that has that big crane that comes in and digs the dirt for you? What is that called? Like a Caterpillar or whatever that is? And send it to the GOP. Like, here you go. Keep digging your graves. Go ahead. Keep digging.
We'll do mass graves like they have in New York for the COVID victims.
Yeah. But for the GOP, because they have messed up so bad.
Tammy Duckworth, she's my senator. I love her. She was already lighting him up today. So Brandon was commenting on her. So will they impeach him again?
Will they impeach Donald Trump again? Will the House impeach Donald Trump again?
Yeah. Like quick, soon.
Will they impeach?
I got my King of Wands investigator on the bottom.
I'm getting a yes. The House here's the House of Representatives, is going to do something with their career. They're going to have to get very, 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 very creative on how they do this. But there's going to be an abundance of support behind them for something that's coming up that's going to get them prosperity. There's an abundance of it. So I'm getting a yes.
Yeah, they're already strategizing. You know, they're ready to move into action now, like now.
Yep. I'm getting within like. Do you have timing on those, Jenny?
No, but I can try timing. They're going to move forward, and I get legally, so impeachment and a yes card.
And with the moon and the fish, the fish is around the full moons or something like that, when you get the tides that go up and down when fishing is plentiful. And then with the moon, it may have something to do with the moon cycles. I'm not an astrologer. I don't know when the next new moon is or when the next full moon is. But it may be around that time.
Let me try looking in weeks.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to be like quick.
Yeah, like within a month or so, maybe?
Yeah.
30 days, 34 days.
Before they nominate him again at the Republican convention.
There you go. There you go. Go ahead and nominate a president that's currently under impeachment as your nominee.
Sunflower. Oh, Irving's in. I haven't seen you in a long time. They're taking all the knowledge in this week. They're moving forward next week. Let's see. I almost feel like they could wrap this up within 8 weeks.
Yeah, let me check my book for timing because I got the moon again.
Because they're going to do this quick, speedy. They're going.
Let me see.
Justice in 8 weeks. So that would put us into August.
I'm getting the ship, which according to the book is 3 days, weeks, or months. However, I'm erring on the side of caution of days because the ship is a little bit slower moving.
Yeah, it's too soon, 3 days.
So perhaps 3 weeks or months. And then I got the moon as well. And the moon, according to the book, let me see. Let me find it. The book is saying that the moon for timing is in the evening, moon and the moon cycles to do with the tides. So
would
let me
it be
get my little lunar calendar here. Hold on.
It would be new moon.
I'm looking at my lunar calendar right now. So we have a full moon Friday the 3rd. That's the full moon lunar eclipse. And then it's completely lunar eclipse on Saturday. And then the new moon is the 18th. So this weekend coming up, we have an eclipse, and then around the 18th is the new moon. Now, will the Senate remove? Because I read on that with my sister, and I was getting a no.
Yeah, I don't think they will if they're going to stand by him, but we can look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ms. May.
So will the Senate remove?
I keep seeing the anxiety card on the bottom. It's like, yeah, no joke. Yeah, I get they walk away from, removing him. They're stuck with him. Kind of retreating, laying down the sword. There's some kind of action they take, though, of strength. So maybe they censure him without removing him.
Or can I show you what I got?
Yeah.
I got the garden. This is the public. This is the party. This could also be in regards to the convention where there's a large body of people, which who knows if that's going to happen because of this whole COVID situation. This could be in regards to the convention. There is going to be a lot of trouble and a choice to betray. And it's going to be a bad choice. Whatever choice they make does not help the party because it's multiple avenues of lies, deceits, and betrayals. It's going to be a bad choice for them. It's like they're tied up in this thing. They're too far in. So I asked for a clarifier. I got the scythe. On its face, this is a negative card. The only time it's neutral is when it's talking about a very swift decision. It could also mean, since it cuts, that they're just going to be very swift to cut him off, perhaps at the convention, because there's trouble coming at the convention.
So they don't nominate him, which the convention is in about 8 weeks. It's towards the end of August. So
you want to see if they nominate him at
let's ask that. Will they nominate him at the convention, or they're going to cut him off by just not nominating him? I feel like they're going to censure him, which will take some power away from him.
And do what?
Well, and then not nominate him, but it like leave him in office, but censure him, so it takes some power away from him.
Well, Donald Trump.
It's not enough. They need to remove him.
Oh yeah, because we're just now finding out about something that happened a year ago. Like I said earlier, Jenny. Imagine all the other stuff we don't know. That he's done.
So will they nominate Trump at the convention?
Will they nominate Trump as the presidential nominee at the Republican convention?
At the Republican convention. No. End of a cycle.
I'm getting a successful, passionate message, letter, reports that are coming out in the media that makes people very, very passionate. Then I get the Fox, which is suspicion. It's also your job, your 9-to-5 employment, your career and reputation with stuff that's going on overseas. There's more that's going to be exposed about the fraud he's been doing overseas, by the first spread I pulled, it's like they're very passionate about what's on the ballot, who's on that ballot, and I got 2 positive, and this is a neutral. I don't know, Jenny.
Thank you, Peggy. Trying to think of another way to ask it.
Yeah, because I don't know if I was being clear with that question. How about if we ask, will Donald Trump win the Republican nomination?
Yeah, because if he might get nominated by some people, but not everybody. So will Donald Trump win the GOP nomination?
Will Donald Trump win
in August?
The GOP nomination in August.
It's something disruptive, so.
Will Donald Trump win the GOP nomination in August?
So Tara, like Lenormand, guys, the more clear we are on the question, the clearer the answer will be.
Mm-hmm.
Will Donald Trump win the GOP nomination at the convention in August of 2020?
Donald Trump win the Republican nomination for president in August 2020. Nope. Unless they love being part of an abusive relationship.
Yeah, I get something sneaky again, end of a cycle. He's left watching the votes. He doesn't have enough votes. It's a surprise. For healing, they go for a new opportunity. Wow.
I'm getting something that's very passionate or loving. There's a contract, a commitment, a promise. Also the ring, because of its shape, it's something that loops around, something that keeps looping over and over and over again. Arguments, criticism, strife, pain, punishment, all of that. So it's going to be a loop of hatred with this man, a loop of arguing with the heart mirrors over to this. This is passionate arguing, passionate fighting, anger. People are going to get PO'd, but it's ending in a negative here. So should we ask who's going to win the nomination?
That's what we just asked.
Or well, it's looking like he doesn't get the nomination. Oh, you got somebody new. Okay, I didn't ask.
Yeah, there's a new someone new. So let's ask this. Are they warning him he's not going to get the nomination?
Is Donald Trump being warned that he's not going to get the nomination?
Like, is that why Lady G's golfing with him? Are they warning him you're not going to get nominated?
Well, I was seeing today on the Ring of Fire, and a couple of other people were reporting that, well, Donald Trump on the Ring of Fire today is so mad that his poll numbers are so bad that he is now taking it upon himself to run his own campaign with the help of Jared Kushner. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a train wreck. I mean, he's going to destroy what, because he's so mad that his polls are so bad. And so he's blaming it on the campaign.
Yeah, on the campaign manager and that's been taking money from him. What's his name? Pascal,
or whatever his name is. Yeah. So it's like everything you touch turns to crap. So help yourself, buddy. Help yourself. You know.
Are they talking to him and warning him he's not going to get nominated?
I'm being warned that he is not going to be nominated. Yes.
Yep. Talking to him about strategy. Meeting with him. They can't hang on to the devil. Yeah. It's like you're not going to be the nominee. You're a traitor.
You already hitched your wagon, honey. I'm getting the storks, which is always a positive change and improvement. Upgrading and improvement, perhaps his donors, the fundraising, where the money's coming from, for gifts and happiness. They've already told him. So the strategy may be to try to get more donors and more fundraising here as their strategy. Like, well, if we just throw a bunch of money at it, we're going to win. Without realizing, no, the whole world hates you. You're not going to win. You know?
I want to ask this, because they got money through the NRA from Russia last time. Are the Republicans and Trump, are they getting money from Russia still for this election?
For this upcoming election? Okay.
Mm-hmm. They found a way around not going through the NRA. They still getting money from Russia for their campaign. Oh, sort of truth there.
Yes, they're being financed. However, they're doing it in secret, shading over where they're getting it from, but they've got several avenues. Yep.
I get a yes too. They kind of delay how they get it, and they're using a different perspective too. So they're doing it through somewhere different. They're really watching it close because they know other people are watching it. But yeah, transferring from Russia through a fire sign man.
I'm wondering if they're because the donors, I'm talking about the 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure donors. That don't care anything other than give me more tax cuts. I'm wondering if they're having the money come to them, and then from them, instead of one large organization like the NRA that got busted. You know what I mean? So
it's going somehow into the super PACs probably.
Mm-hmm. Someone's out there lobbying.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what else to look at with this.
Let me check the Twitter, see if anything's blowing up.
Kind of wondering, like, will there be, thank you, Larry, if there'll be like some lawsuits or something from.
Lawsuits for dereliction of duty and letting people die on his watch.
Yeah.
COVID patients, but like.
Let's ask now that we've asked, okay, is he going to get the nomination, and we're getting a no. Let's ask, will he leave before his term is over? because he didn't get the nomination? Will he just leave, or
It was funny. I was reading. I guess Fox News was reporting that today, that they're saying he might not win, so he's going to walk away. And George Conway was like, BS. He'll stay and fight like hell, because he knows as more stuff comes out, his only chance of staying out of trouble is staying in office. Yeah. Like, so what was the question, Denny? Is he going to walk away before the end of his term?
Yeah, will he leave the office before the end of his term? Like, I could see him going to Mar-a-Lago and just golfing out the rest of the year. But not on our dime. Not on our dime. By leaving, I want to say, will he resign?
Will Donald Trump resign before the end of his term? Will Donald Trump resign before the end of his term?
Leanne, if you watch Lawrence O'Donnell tonight, Donald Trump has known since March of 2019 about the bounty on our soldiers from Russia.
Because he was briefed verbally by John Bolton. Mm-hmm.
He gets an offer to go. He's going to try to cover it up. I'm getting kind of a 50-50 thing. But, he's strong-minded, strong-willed. He's such a bully. I'm getting kind of a 50-50 thing with him, that he may or may not go.
I'm getting the stars, the writer, the bouquet. Someone's going to deliver him something that they're hoping is going to be a good offer. I asked again, will he resign before the end of his term? I got the sun, the key, the dog, a successful, important friend, a successful, important loyalist. These are all positive cards. The ones above it, I have 2 positives and 1 neutral. I don't know who this is, but whatever offer they bring him, he wants to make sure that he's going to be cleared. He's going to be successful. He's going to be cleared. He's putting his trust in this person to dig him out of the hole he put himself in. So I don't know if this is a Pence or who.
Like Pence saying, resign, I'll become president and I'll give you a pardon, like Ford did, So let's ask that. Is Pence going to give Trump a pardon? What do they call that? When they do it in advance for any federal crimes you may or may not have committed.
Well, if the House was smart, they'd impeach him right now. Like, don't sleep on it. Impeach him, and guess what? Can't be pardoned once you were impeached. Not on that stuff. Not on that.
Well, he's already been impeached once, but
meaning he was impeached for obstruction of justice, and what was the other one? Abuse of power. So since the House already impeached him, Barr or Pence cannot undo those impeachments. If the House moves quickly and impeaches him on like 50 million different things, no matter when he leaves, it's too late. He's already been marked. Pence can't make that go away. So if that goes to federal, it sticks, because it was a crime that was documented.
It still won't stop state charges either.
It won't stop state charges, and as long as they capture everything on impeachment papers, Pence can't pardon him on what he's been impeached on. So
he does get an offer though, for something that's inspired a new start, and he feels victorious after it.
Thank you, Peggy Lee. Peggy Jean.
Peggy Jean.
Sorry, I can't read. I don't have my glasses. Will Pence pardon Trump?
It's coming from someone in the GOP, so like a Mitch McConnell or a Lindsey.
What, Lindsay? Hey, we worked out a deal. We're going to help you out.
Yeah,
Just please go.
Time's up. We'll give you a little bit here. You got to go.
He's going to betray him. Here's Pence. Here's the party or the convention or the community or the neighborhood. The party itself betrays. They're going to give him a nice offer if he takes it because he's such an idiot and he doesn't read anything.
He won't realize that that it doesn't protect him from the federal crimes.
Even if Pence tries to do, what do they call it? I think it's a presumptive pardon.
That's what it was. I couldn't think it. Yeah. For any future crimes, but
if they try to do a presumptive pardon, and I think I had seen, and the only reason I know is I think I had seen Lawrence Tribe and Glenn Kirshner talk about this a few videos ago, that if he's already been impeached for certain crimes, pardons can't take those crimes away. The reason that Nixon was able to get pardoned was because he got out before he was officially impeached. So Glenn Kirshner is awesome. He breaks it down in such good ways. Like,
yeah, I understand him when he talks. So thank you, Justin Almery.
I got a question, Jen. I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember when, but she said it a long time ago. Nancy Pelosi said that she wanted to investigate everybody that was involved in all the cover-ups, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that we're learning all this stuff, will there eventually be an investigation into everyone in this administration, including members of Congress and the Senate?
Because she said in January of 2018, when they got the House again, she said, we will investigate everyone, including members of Congress and Senate. So,
and now with all this stuff about the bounties and everything, like,
and all those guys rushing over to meet with the Russian oligarchs and stuff, even the one that's holed up in Austria.
Yeah, and then you got to remember there was those 7 senators that went to Russia on the 4th of July. Was it last year or the year before that? And then everybody in the Senate that has helped cover it up. And I'm talking, and then Bolton and Pompeo and Barr and Kushner and Ivanka, everybody.
Rand Paul went directly to Russia. He went directly over to Russia. So is she going to get some of the GOP lawmakers?
Is Nancy Pelosi going to investigate
in Congress?
GOP lawmakers in Congress. Is Nancy Pelosi.
Is she going to be able to get some of them prosecuted?
Because I'm surprised nothing has happened to the cow.
Nunes, yeah.
Who was it? That one guy, Eric Swalwell, put him on blast in the middle of that hearing. And he was like the look on his face was priceless when Swalwell was like, do you know? It looked like he crapped a brick. It's like, God, I'd hate to do your laundry.
It had some little mud stains in it.
I don't think they were little. It was probably dripping down his leg, Jenny. I don't mean to be gross.
Sorry, guys. We digress.
There's my boyfriend.
There's your boyfriend coming up.
My little Artie.
Girlfriend.
Artie.
Don't knock my water over with your big butt.
Let me see. Will Nancy Pelosi investigate GOP lawmakers?
Yeah.
See, he's the sweetest.
Yeah. Smearing his scent on me with his mouth. It's marking me.
Yeah. It's going to take some time.
There's Nancy on the bottom.
I have the tree here, so this could be perhaps next May or around that time, because trees don't grow overnight. This is months and years. There's going to be a new direction. And then, boom, here comes the subpoenas and the paperwork. So.
Yeah, it's going to be quite destructive, and we're going to hear about it. But she's in particular, she's going to look at the ones that were the messengers that went back and forth. So the Nunes, those type.
Matt Gates.
She's also going to look at the ones that were over donations. Investigating the ones where their money was coming from. It'll be rather swift when we have a new administration.
I was telling Jenny, was it you or was it my sister? Telling somebody, I was like, I'm going to have to invest in a neck brace from when all this crap starts hitting the fan so I don't get whiplash. Because it's like, well, we don't know.
Let's ask this. What's the biggest thing that's going to come out next year
about Trump
that we don't know about right now?
Next year, hell, Jenny, we can go out to next month.
Just to next month. Last night I was saying, can you believe what's happened this year? I mean, it's hard to remember. He's been in since 2017,
and we're only in July. So what's the biggest
thing that's going to be uncovered
about Donald Trump next year,
or about this whole administration? I'm going to say.
Okay. What's the biggest thing that's going to be uncovered next year about the entire Trump administration that we don't know about yet?
I get the celebrated people that were like messengers for him that worked together on the dark money and worked out all the details, like who he collaborated with is going to be surprising when they do the investigations, because I feel like there's some people that are going to get burdened that we didn't even know about were collaborating with them. So I feel like it's a lot of within the entire GOP, we're going to have a different perspective on some of the people that get caught up in this that we didn't realize, because we think of Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham. We're going to be surprised by some of the names that get caught up in this. What'd you get?
I got a couple things here. I'm going to bring you down because I pulled a double line of 5. Can you see that okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Got the garden, the mountain, the man, the dog, the woman. The public has been blocked. The public is facing a huge obstacle, a ginormous problem, a powerful enemy. There's Trump. Loyalty to a woman. Also Trump and a friend, and then a woman. So this is looking like Trump, Ivanka, and Kushner. Okay? Child, letter, fish, scythe, and fox. A new report that shows payment for the hacking and cutting up of an investigative reporter. That's
wow.
There's something here around impeachment, and also a report that proves danger, or a report about a hit, something that is very quick and sudden that causes danger. That scythe is right under this person, that advisor. there was a payment or some paperwork for payment. Like, I can't say agreement, but it's like there was money here, like a tit for tat, perhaps another quid pro quo, like, hey, I need to be bailed out of this. Well, I want this. Okay, well, here, take Khashoggi, bail me out. Something like that. You know what I mean? There's going to be investigations into her. This guy's in huge trouble. There's something about his money and his business, because I'm also seeing new reports about his money that are suddenly cut off because of an investigation, financial business fraud here, and reports that are dangerous to him. Something around a new organization. So I don't know if this is the Trump org or perhaps another organization that they have, where the paperwork, perhaps subpoenas or laws or anything like that, records may have been blocked. Also a pileup of paperwork here that's coming out of this small organization. His money, this guy doing something around cutting, and then an investigation into her for fraud. How money was getting into this organization, whatever obstacles and delays he's put, once he's gone, those things come out suddenly. I mean, it's a sudden, swift revelation, because it's like kind of like breaking the dam, and then his involvement in fraud and her involvement in fraud and what she was doing at work. There's something here about what she was doing at work and her connections, perhaps to emails, new documents, new messages, new mail that had to do with money. And then something business or some sort of money suddenly being cut off, and she was involved in fraud. So it's looking like Khashoggi, the
another LLC that they are hiding money in.
Pileup of paperwork that got suddenly released. His money, something around Kushner cutting something. Ivanka involved in fraud, a fraudulent organization. I mean, it's like floodgates. It's just once this obstacle is gone, it comes out suddenly, like suddenly. So
I think there's going to be a lot of whistleblowers that have sat on stuff, which I don't understand. It's like, how can you be a patriot and not, whistleblow all over the place on this guy? But
we're talking to you, John Bolton, Michael Bolton, Felicia Bolton.
Even people, working within the White House, the little assistants and stuff.
And to think, I'll say it again, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, and to think Mike Pompeo was CIA and he had intel on that and he sat on it.
Yeah, I often wonder what the assistants to Lady G and Mitch McConnell know, and what if they would ever turn, because like whenever people get in trouble with lobbyists, a lot of times their assistants are the ones that get in more trouble and go to jail. So will we have any whistleblowers on GOP lawmakers?
Okay. Will we have any whistleblowers?
In 2021.
We have any whistleblowers on GOP lawmakers in 2021?
Ooh, my Mueller card is on the bottom.
That's nice. I'm getting a no. Nope. They would be sacrificing their careers, and they want growth. So it's like they're more around their career growth, and it would be a sacrifice.
Yeah, keeping it secret, keeping it covered up. They know they're being watched by Nancy and the Dems.
God, they're just so blatantly corrupt, though. It's like
there's going to be an action taken against some of the assistants and stuff, though. Like I said, like whenever somebody gets caught up with a lobbyist, it's always the assistants that go down. There's been some treachery going on with them, so I get an action taken against them, and there's a yes card on that. So we don't know how many volumes of the Mueller report there is. I think Mueller's aware of more of the stuff that was going on with these guys. Can we ask, like, will the complete entire Mueller report ever come out in 2021? Once all the indictments are done.
Honey, take a seat. That's going to be a while.
The 2,000 pages that it actually is, instead of 400 or 500.
With all the indictments, we might as well wait till like 2024. I mean, it's going to be busy.
Yeah, the complete unredacted. That'll be a book that would sell well. But we can get it for free eventually.
Or an audiobook too.
Yeah, get it online for free.
Will the full, complete, unredacted Mueller report be made public 2021?
Ooh, there's one of my court cards. Let's see.
There's the report. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be a pain. It's going to put some people on notice, and it's going to be hard. It's going to be scathing. If I read it across, this could be someone that is loyal, a friend, a protector. So I don't know if this is Mueller, or perhaps advisors or other prosecutors or whoever worked on this. This is a protector, a friend, a guide, someone that is loyal. Okay. Here's the report. And then there's a lot of pain and suffering and trials. It's starting off with the positive. So this could be saying, yes, the report is going to be talking about all the trials and all the advisors that got put on trial and all the friends that got put on trial. Lord Jesus.
I'm getting, because of the trials, because I feel like there's going to be court cases still going on in 2021. So parts of it are still going to be blocked or redacted.
Oh yeah, because then
because
Flynn thinks he's off the hook. No, honey, you ain't off the hook. You're not.
You're going to have more charges, and we need to look at his son. I think his son will get charged too. But yeah, around the circles of support, like there's so many people that are linked together in it. Until everything's at an end with all the trials, we won't see the complete Mueller report. So let's ask this: will Flynn's son get charged next year? It would make me so happy.
Oh.
He screwed up. He should never have gone this way. Like he's in a no-win situation now because everything will come back on him.
And what's funny is he's going out on a hope on a prayer that Barr and Trump are going to get him off the hook.
Yeah.
However, Judge Sullivan is pushing back, which he wasn't anticipating. They thought that they can just go in there and bulldoze everybody. Yeah. And then on top of that, obviously he hasn't been paying attention to Trump in the polls because he is hinging on Trump winning re-election.
And he obviously doesn't watch Glenn Kushner's videos because he explains the fact, what we picked up on weeks before, that he was going to slow walk this case. Glenn was talking about he's going to get all the other judges involved, and that will not even happen before the election. So he's going to slow walk it into 2021, and then bam, here's your sentence.
Yep. Oh, and we're adding all this other stuff on top of it too.
Yeah. And, there's going to be some more charges on you.
And by the way, that deal you made, consider that null and void for pulling that crap. So, me see. Will his son be charged? Yeah, he's going to be stuck there for a while, girlfriend. A couple years.
Yeah, he's going to have some regrets because, he collaborated, on the quid pro quos and things that were going on. He's a member of the family. He was, contractually involved. He's going to have big regrets. He might be going to the big house.
Public housing. Public housing.
Isolation, cell block D. There's the sun. There's the son. So sorry. And the dad's next door, son.
I'm getting a yes. I'm getting, here's the sun.
Judgment on him. Yeah.
I got the sun. I got the tree, which is being grounded and solid. Then I got the anchor. You're stuck. That's a yes. You're going to be stuck for 5 years, maybe. It's going to be a few years. This is years. This is 1 year minimum. So.
But I've got something quick happening on the bottom. So it's going to happen rather quickly once we have a new administration.
And isn't it funny too? Didn't he hire those Fox News lawyer quacks to be his defense attorney? And their defense was so bizarre that I think Judge Sullivan got like so mad about it. Like they were just blasting conspiracy theories all over the place as his defense. Like, oh my God. Like why did you hire those people? Like you're begging to go to jail, you know?
Yeah, I wonder if there's any way they can get any of the lawyers on anything.
Girlfriend, you know that they're going to get Jay Sekulow on something. What's that other dirty old man that was
the one that left that was his first lawyer. You guys know what his name is? I can't think of his name. The first.
No, I'm talking about the nasty old guy that defended Epps.
Oh, Starr.
Dershowitz.
Dershowitz. Yeah, Dershowitz.
Yeah, Dershowitz, because I remember there was a scandal around the one dark-haired guy. What's his name? His main lawyer.
Sekulow.
He was in his own trials or fighting his own legal stuff. I can't remember when though, and I don't remember what he was doing.
Yeah, underwear guy, Wendy.
Yeah, the underwear guy.
He kept his underwear on with the Russian purely for entertainment purposes only. I did a reading on that. Did he keep his underwear on? And I don't know. He did not.
I mean, if that's your defense. Seriously, that's the best you can come up with? Dear Lord.
John Dowd. Thank you, Debbie. That was the one I was trying to.
John Dowd?
Attorney. Yeah. That was one of his first ones. And then he left and second
one. That was the heavier set guy.
Yeah.
And then there was the other guy that had that weird mustache that kind of curled up like this.
That was John Dowd.
That was John Dowd. Okay, then there was the other large heavy set guy that was partially bald on the top. Those two guys worked together, and then they left, and then they got Sekulow, Ken Starr, Dershowitz, and then there was a younger one too that came in when those two left.
So I don't know if they could get him on anything unless they've taken bribes and stuff too. I mean, they're lawyers, they're creeps, but Dershowitz could be brought in under Epstein. Artie. He's getting all affectionate. Yeah, he might face something over Mr. Epps, but
I think Jay Sekulow was involved in more financial crooked money.
Let's just ask, will any of his lawyers get charged with any corruption?
Oh, Rudy Giuliani, you know he's in big trouble.
Yeah. Will any of his lawyers end up getting charged with corruption charges?
Any of Trump's lawyers get brought up on corruption charges.
Besides Michael Cohen.
Yeah. Oh, girl, I got to tell you, he tweeted something today.
Michael Cohen?
Uh-huh. I'm getting several of them on corruption. At least 2 for corruption. He's friends with Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, he's made up with her. Celebrated person that's done some treacherous things. It's going to surprise everybody. It's going to have to do with finance that they cooperated in overseas, so probably involved somehow on the take. something that was covered up in finances.
Wasn't somebody saying in the comments Cipollone, and that name rings a bell. I think that might have been one of the younger ones, but
that was the younger one that was so obnoxious during the impeachment hearing. Cipollone.
Yep. So anyway, Michael Cohen tweeted something today in response to that video that Trump posted with that racist in Florida in his golf cart screaming racist stuff, and then he left there for over 3 hours and then nobody could get a hold of him to take it down. And his excuse was, "Oh, I didn't hear it." Well, I watched the video. That's all you hear.
Yeah.
That guy saying that.
Even if you don't have the sound on, you can see what the guy is saying.
And so Michael Cohen posted something on Twitter saying something like, "I warned you guys, like this is what was going to happen, blah, 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 blah." And then he's like, something about he was going to start telling everything. And then Rosie chimed in and she was like, "Yes, tell everything." And then they were going back and forth on Twitter about, stay tuned. I'll be saying what I got to say pretty soon. So I'm like, oh, that's that Petty Boots book that's coming out or something because he's at home now on house arrest, but he hasn't been banned from using social media or anything because he hasn't,
Because he's on house arrest, yeah.
Yeah, he's on house arrest and he's not a schmuck like Stone, but yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what, besides the book, what he's got.
Yeah, let's ask what else is Cohen going to let us know besides what's in his book? Is he going to tell us some things before the book comes out?
Oh, they're saying Ty Cobb. I forgot about Ty Cobb. I think Ty Cobb.
You know what? Ty Cobb may be the one with the handlebar mustache.
Do you know who I'm talking about, right? He had he had hair, and then he had the mustache like this, and then there was another guy that was heavy set that was all the top.
I always got Cobb and Dowd confused. Which was which?
Those were the two originals. Okay, so is Michael Cohen going to say something about Trump before the book comes out?
He's going to give us some juicy tidbits.
For him, yeah, he was a crook. He was a thug. He was all this nasty stuff. But you know what? At the end of the day, I think he did realize his wrongs and he's changing. And you know what? I love a good redemption story. So I can be like, all right, you did your time. You paid for it. We're cool. The other ones, I'm like, nope.
He's got something he's going to share about during the transition time, before he was sworn in.
Mm-hmm.
Which was when they were doing more meetings in Trump Towers. He's got something about during the transition time that he wants to tell about. There's a growth opportunity that Trump took. Trump. So it was a business deal, how to make steady money from somebody. It was a business deal he's going to talk about. They actually fought over it. There's an argument over it. It's a business deal with Russia. So whether it was like Trump Tower Moscow or something, he's going to tell us about something, a business deal with Russia that happened during the transition period, which was when he was supposed to be relieving himself of all of his properties and stuff. What are you getting?
I'm getting that he's going to be illuminating, bringing to light, shining a light on something that took place within an organization, a party. And there's evidence there. It's going to be something really important around this organization, perhaps 2008, 2016, around this.
So like a Mr. Epps party?
Something around this organization, this club, this party sort of thing around 2008 to 2016. This is where a large body of people congregate. This is your network of people. Parties, networks, congregations were large bodies of people. This could be perhaps a park like Mar-a-Lago. Could be an outdoor area where there's large land, large spaces.
An island.
Around 2008, 2016.
Like an island full of people?
Could be. I mean, I only pulled 3 cards, you know.
Yeah. Wow, yeah. So he knows something about the...
When did he start working for Trump? Did he go all the way back to 2008?
Yeah, I think so. I think he was with them. I think it was around 2008 when he started with them.
Yeah, because there's something from 2008 to 2016. So something around 8 years around that organization, whatever it is.
Let's ask this. Will he be able to validate the accuracy of what's going to be in Mary Trump's book?
Will Michael Cohen be able?
Will he like share if he knows about some of the things she's going to write about?
I'm telling you, y'all, we're going to be busy in the Petty Boots Book Club. I'm sure it's going to be so juicy, we're going to fly through it. We'll get it and then like be done with it in a day. You know? There's Mary Trump. She wanted to come out. Yes. Yep.
Yep, I get a yes too. Something about money laundering and how little money was given to the children in Mary's family. There's another yes. There's Mary, you know, holding the sword of truth, and yeah, he's going to be able to validate it. He offers support to her. Interesting.
I got Mary here. I got the lilies, and I got the ring. Yes, he's able to help her. There's something here, perhaps about an older contract, an older marriage, perhaps something around perhaps an aunt. Even though the lilies is the king of spades, I usually read this as a man, but she's got the woman right before her, so I don't know if this is her aunt. And the connection that was there. But it's ending in a positive here. So it's saying yes, perhaps her history, her legacy as well with the lilies and the connections in the family, perhaps something to do with jewelry. Maybe there was something there about jewelry that she got cheated out of. So yeah.
Wow.
It's not just jewelry. It's anything that's valuable that's not money. So
properties and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. How long were you waiting before I jumped on?
Just a few minutes. I did a couple of quick spreads and minor stuff because I was holding the big questions till you got on.
Oh, okay.
I kind of want to go back to the bounty thing, but I'm not sure what else I want to look at. I just feel like, you know, it's really riling up so many people in America where everybody's so angry over it.
Well, you should be. If you're not, you don't have a pulse.
Yeah.
And if you think it's fake news, I'll gladly pay for you to get a passport and citizenship in Russia. You know?
I mean, it's going to impact them in the polls and everything. I'm just curious because, you know, before 2016 election, the polls were all in favor of Hillary. So, you know, the polls make me nervous.
The polls were in favor of Hillary until that October surprise came out. And the October surprise was Jim Comey coming out and holding a press conference saying, oh, we're reopening the investigation because we found emails on that other guy's computer, the guy that was married to her assistant, that guy was a pedophile too. They found emails and stuff on that computer. That was the October surprise. So should we ask, is there going to be an October surprise, or what Are they planning an October surprise?
Let's ask that. Let's ask that. Are they planning an October surprise right before the election?
Against Biden?
Against Biden. Biden or his running mate.
And what's funny is Giuliani knew about that before Comey came out to the news and even said anything. Yes, and they're keeping it secret right now, and it has to do around a child. They think they have something on Biden's kid and an organization that he was involved with.
Yeah, offering something up.
I say bring it, mofo.
Some sort of betrayal. So, address this. Will it have any effect on the voting?
Will the October surprise against Biden have any effect on voting?
Or will it harm Biden in the votes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like will it help to swing votes? I don't care what crap sandwich they try to serve up. Nobody's eating it, dude. Nobody's eating it. Like, that's the irony of it. They're so mental that they don't even realize how much the whole country and the whole world hates them. Like,
my America card keeps flipping out.
Nope. It doesn't hurt them. It actually makes them look better. With the sun here.
Cause him a little bit of anxiety, but I get he moves on, he moves forward successful,ly. You know, the chariot for me is a success card, so he moves on to success. So he's if you compare anything they trash and make up about Joe Biden's son compared to the Lincoln Project ads, which are truth. That veterans ad that ran today that they were showing during Rachel, oh my gosh! I mean,
the vote vets ad. And here's another thing: you're going to go after Joe Biden's kid, which the Ukraine came out and said he didn't do anything wrong. And meanwhile, you got Ivanka, Kushner, Junior. What's the other clown? The Beavis and Butthead looking guy. Eric, who are all documented criminals. Bring it. Open up that can of worms. So we should ask this: is there going to be an October surprise? It's like I'm done with these surprises. Is there going to be an October surprise against Trump
or his family? Any of his family? Like indict one of his kids right before election. That would be hysterical, wouldn't it?
Dear Lord Jesus.
John Jr. walking away in handcuffs.
Dear Lord Jesus, Mother Mary, Buddha, Allah, the universe, please
last summer I was doing a live stream and I kept seeing Don Jr. in a burgundy jumpsuit. And I was like, I don't know what that means instead of an orange jumpsuit. Yeah, and they were telling me in chat, and I verified it later, that means he's a high security threat. So he's in burgundy, like a maroon jumpsuit instead of orange.
Jenny,
he's a national security threat.
Wouldn't that be just beautiful? Just beautiful. They're sitting there, him and Giuliani and the bunch of all those brainless clowns are over there like, yeah, we're going to get Biden with this ad and all this stuff against, Hunter Biden. And then Letitia James comes down with, yeah, we just arrested Donald Trump. Breaking news, Donald Trump Jr. arrested on charges in New York City.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, I would love to see that.
So any surprises for the Trump family before the election?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see, because Glenn Kirshner keeps talking about it. I would love to see someone indict a sitting president. Like, do it now. We should ask that next, but let's just ask any surprises for the Trump family.
And do it while Trump is in hearings about to be impeached, so he can't do nothing. Tie that clown up first, and then bring in the cops. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, ma'am.
I get all these yes cards. Yep. Offering something up that they don't want has to do with their treachery and sneakiness, the thieves. Big changes for a pair of them.
I'm getting the letter, the coffin, the sun. This might be messages about, if I'm being literal, deaths here. So they say we're at, I mean, I hate to say this, but say we're at 140 something by October, and then, oh no, here comes the sun. There's really 270,000 dead. You know what I mean? Like something like that, where it could literally be a report around deaths. It could be also something around bankruptcies, because you got the letter and the coffin. It could be also, whatever it is, it buries him and it illuminates something that was buried at one point. So if it's a report about actual deaths, it may be more than what they're saying, because perhaps they buried certain things from coming out, the reports from coming out. So
let's ask, will Trump get indicted as a sitting president? Let's ask it that way.
Oh, please, 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 please. Do you know how happy I would be? I would call you losing my mind. Like, will Trump be indicted as a sitting president?
Yeah, I saw Mitch McConnell came out and said that, that was on Twitter. I saw that he's telling people to wear masks now, like all these months later, because the red states are blowing up with cases.
Yep.
I was like, I tweeted, in fact, Moscow Mitch, why don't you try protecting our military from Russia if you're so worried about people?
You own it. Own it. Will Trump be indicted as a sitting president? Oh, Lord, please. And then if that ever were to happen, this is just me wishful thinking. If that were to happen, impeach him another 5 times. So make him the first president to be impeached 5 times in his first term and indicted as a sitting president. Like, make him the biggest failure ever. Like,
yeah. I would just go ahead and set that precedence, test it, indict him while he's a sitting president.
Go get him, Letitia.
Or even if it's a minor, I don't care how minor a charge, just indict a sitting president. I want them to know they are not above the law.
Yeah, isn't he individual number 1?
Yeah, he's individual 1. In Michael Cohen's case.
There's that one. And I just saw a comment on the StreamYard. Somebody's saying that if Donald Trump Jr. got arrested, and Trump would be like, I don't know him, barely knew the guy.
Yeah, it's true. I did a video over a year and a half ago on would Donald Trump throw his kids under the bus, and it was like, yes, he would. Save his own butt. So what are you getting? Will they try to indict a sitting president?
Maybe it's just me wishful thinking. I got the dog. I got the woman. I got the moon. Positive, neutral, positive. But it could just be me wishful thinking. It's a loyal, protective woman that has that has a really, really good reputation. She's very well known, really good, really good reputation. But it's probably just me wishfully thinking that Letitia James would.
I'm getting that it's about how he shifted money around. And yeah, like presenting an indictment. And he didn't like it, of course, but betrayals and things and happening during the transition time. So after the elections before January 20th or 21st inauguration day, something happening in transition time to Trump. I think they'll do it like right at the tail end of his presidency and indict a sitting president.
Well, should we ask if Letitia James would indict him? Because I'm getting a woman, you're getting it, and the only people that have that on him is her office.
Yeah,
he's individual one in her office. So can we ask that? Well, Letitia,
let's ask. Is Letitia James going to indict Trump before he leaves office?
Letitia James indict Trump before he leaves office. Yes, they got that report ready to sink him.
Yeah, again,
it is
about how he shifted money, underhanded, covered up, and there's my yes card. Yeah, here's your indictment.
Yep, there's something solid here, grounded, persistent, like you ain't moving this anchor. This is a positive card. Report, this could be indictments, this could be the report that says individual one. It's a report, it's documents, it's mail.
It's a contract that was hidden or some kind of document that was hidden.
That is successful and illuminates. Yeah. So maybe she's just waiting, like you said, till the end of the year. Like, oh, did you just lose your elections? I'm going to let you go home and have a nice Thanksgiving dinner.
And then knock, knock, indictment, candy brown.
And make it right before Christmas. So the rest of America can have a wonderful, lovely New Year and a Merry Christmas. That would, I can see where she would leave it to then, because that way the results are already in.
Yeah.
It'll show that he's completely gotten his butt wiped, but it'll give her a good opportunity to test the law within those parameters, saying he's a sitting president. He's a sitting, what do they call it? A lame duck presidency, because he's on his way out.
Yeah.
And here you go. Boom. And there's nothing anybody can do.
Do it right during that transition period. He's still technically a sitting president. So let's just ask, how's Barr going to react to Trump getting indicted as a sitting president?
Packing his bags. Got 6 of swords, hauling ass.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, Jenny. I gotta laugh because it's just.
He's just gonna watch. He's just gonna stand by and watch. He's not gonna do anything. It's like, all right, I'm done.
He's gonna watch like this, shoving documents into the shredder.
Yeah, it's like I worked for you for a long time, but this is the end of the cycle.
He'll
talk about it, but he's not gonna. Yeah, it's like there's nothing I can do. He might even lie about some of it, but he's just gonna watch.
Let me see. How's Barr going to react when Trump is indicted? How's Barr going to react when Trump is indicted? I just see him at the shredder, like reams of paper.
I guarantee you they're shredding so much stuff, and but I feel like there's like intelligence keeping up with like all the phone calls on their private numbers. They're not even secure numbers and stuff.
They're not secure, and if you got to think, Trump likes to use his unsecured line Kushner likes to use his WhatsApp, which is somewhat encrypted. Ivanka likes to use personal email. So if everybody's watching them, our NSA and our CIA is watching them. They're that stupid.
Yeah.
So I got the book. I got the Clover. I got the writer. I got the letter. I got the house. So whatever he's been keeping hush, hush, quiet, undercover, classified, bury everything, sweep it under the rug, it's going to come out real soon. And then he's going to be hauling ass to deliver whatever he has to deliver to his family. Like this would be your mail or documents. Like he's going to be running out of there because everything that was concealed gets delivered. The paperwork gets delivered to the house. So he's going to try to like conceal as much as he can before it comes out, because it'll come out like quick. So
yeah, I wonder if Barr was aware. You know, we know Pompeo and Bolton obviously was aware. Mike Pence had to be aware of the bounty on the soldiers. I wonder if Barr is aware.
You know, he had to have been, because he's got to know what crimes they're committing so he knows which ones to cover up.
Yeah.
Was Barr aware of the bounties? Oh, let me see.
Society card just fell out, so I'd say yes.
Trish 6704 is saying on the last word with Lawrence O'Donnell, he says Bolton has Pence on tape with Trump talking about his bounty thing with Russia and the 3 Marines getting blown up in the car bomb. So Bolton has it on tape.
Wow.
And I didn't hear that because we were on the phone losing our minds.
Getting ready to go live too after the initial cursing.
Let's see.
The Barr, he's anxious, so that fell out. He sees this as like, you know, the end.
Yeah, he knew.
He's stuck in the middle of it. He's having a meltdown.
Good.
He's gonna lie about it, but he's kind of in a wait and see mode. But he'll end up lying, trying to help the deception about it. He's got an obstacle coming up, though. He tries to climb to higher ground, but he's got an obstacle coming up with Nancy. Let's ask what his obstacle with Nancy is.
Isn't he supposed to be testifying to the House
the day Mary Trump's book comes out?
Yeah. So in a month, then we're on the 29th.
July 28th.
So
what's the problem or obstacle coming up with Nancy for Barr? Yeah, I feel better just getting on here and reading with our subscribers. It calms me down when I get pissed off at something on the news.
Well, we would have gotten on Skype and started reading anyways. You know, it's like how can you not? And with the subscribers, like you said, it just helps take your mind off of. I mean, what else are you going to do? Sit there and stew, you know?
She's got the truth about something in his past that's coming up again. Involves overseas. I've got on the bottom, I've got steady money. So something, or the emissary for the king. It's something he did overseas for Trump. This is a tower moment for Barr.
There's Nancy.
He's going to try to lie about it, but
of course, that's all he does.
It definitely involves money, a corporation or money. He tries to pull strength on her, but he gets blocked. He can't work his way out of it. What are you getting?
Okay, I hope you can see that. Okay, so Nancy's right here. I asked what obstacles is he going to be facing with Nancy. Here's the obstacle, the mountain. So it looks like a trial and difficulties here, perhaps with money. This might be money. I don't know if there's going to be, this could be like something like a fine, punishment that has to do with money. So like some sort of a fine. Nancy, and then a foreign organization here. There is meetings, hearings, negotiations that are televised perhaps on the media that has to do with fraud, about something in his career or his reputation, and fraud and his reputation of blocking and delaying things. It looks like why he's blocking and then delaying trials here as well. This is a trial. There's something that he's delaying here. This mirrors this. So this could be like a painful organization. This is a large body of people that listen to things. So I'm wondering if this is like grand jury right here.
Mm-hmm.
The people that, listen to the cases, they listen to the hearings, and then punish if need be. And why he's been obstructing and delaying and punishing and delaying grand juries perhaps here. The hearing itself may be very difficult and burdensome for him, for what he has to say in the questioning as well. If he goes, I don't know if he's going to go. I mean, it's still early. There's money or business here, and a new success here for this business or money. A woman that investigates something that he's been doing in his career overseas with a foreign organization, and then blocking that organization as well. And then something here, this right here, this is the bombs right here. This is bombs. And then guess what? This is a foreign country that was blocked. They had investigated why the money had been blocked. They're probably going to ask him about Ukraine too, and what role he played into it.
Didn't you get the other night when you were reading with Yoda Saturday night, didn't you get something about bombs in that also?
Bombs. And that's what the whole thing was. Ukraine wasn't it, that they were
no, that's the whole thing with the car bomb thing in Afghanistan and Russia and the bounty.
Oh yeah, I kept getting bombs. I didn't know, like, I kept seeing bombs, but there's something here about bombs, and then an investigation and a trial that had happened. Mm-hmm. And a hearing and grand juries that are blocked, committees that are blocked, delaying, obstructing committees. And I don't know why. It's almost like, but it's an investigation. The investigation moves forward, but something comes up about an investigation that also happened in the past.
Yeah, so
bombs. So I'm wondering if they're going to question him about, oh, by the way, what was your role in the
bounty scandal? Yeah,
the bounty scandal, and also the Ukraine scandal, because there's bombs here too. And that's what, remember when they were holding up the aid to Ukraine, it wasn't just, it was the money to buy the
it was weapons too. Yeah,
the rockets, so they're going, perhaps that's going to come up again, like, what was your role in that, and why did you block our committee? Like, it's going to be everything from behind him, from what he's done, and then everything that's, it looks like Ukraine. It looks like I'm seeing bombs here too. So it could be this whole, what is it? The targeting of our military from the Taliban. That could be here too. He's going to have a very difficult time. If he goes to that hearing, he's going to have a very difficult time, because it opens up with the cross.
So if John Bolton has tapes, is he going to share the tapes with Nancy?
Doubt it.
Would give Nancy info on Barr and Pence and all of them.
No, he'd rather sell it for $15 million.
Unless he got subpoenaed for his tapes.
No, because then, he doesn't have to listen to subpoenas. He's just going to take it to another court and say, hey, do you want me to comply? No? Okay. Like, I'm so over that guy. I'm oh my God. Okay, let's see. I'll ask for you, Jenny.
Because that could create a problem for Barr. It could be a great way to get to Barr. I could see Bolton, because Bolton's going to be in deep caca for not bringing this out, whistleblowing on it sooner or anything. I could see him saying, I'll give you the tapes if you guys don't charge me with anything. And then you can go after Barr. Like, I'll give you enough to sink Trump, Pence, and Pompeo and everybody.
And Barr. And everybody.
He was the inside man. He was doing it for a long time, taping for a long time.
You kind of have to around this schmuck.
He's got arguments on there. Bullying. I don't think he'll offer them all up, but I think he'll give her part of them. What are you getting?
I got the child, the lilies, the storks. You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait. This is not something that you might hear about it sometime around the winter.
Well, he might play him on, like, as a celebrity, like on the radio or on a TV show or something. Mm-hmm. Like, he might play excerpts that she could get.
Little bits and pieces.
Like take the TV show. Thank you, Pogo.
I'm getting the lilies and the storks. The lilies is months, a long time. The storks is spring and winter. This is winter. You might
go into next year.
Mm-hmm. Or as soon as the winter, like whenever the winter starts. When is that? October 20-something or November 20-something?
Yeah. As Barr goes to jail eventually. Wait. You got any more questions?
I don't.
Well, thanks for joining me tonight to help calm me down. You and your boyfriend.
My little boyfriend there, my sweet little Artie. Yeah, it's if that just broke last night or when we were watching the news, Jenny, it's going to be, the crap is going to hit the fan tomorrow.
We got the eclipse this weekend, all this crazy energy going on. So you guys just try to stay calm. It's going to be something new every day. You just watch. Yep. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll see you Sunday night. This coming week will be on Tarot's Apprentice, Johnny's channel. We forgot to say that at the end last night.
And thank everybody for all the super chats to Jenny tonight. You guys.
Dancing Diva said you're cheating on Peanut with Artie.
I can't help it. He's my little boyfriend. I love him.
He comes over every time I'm on the phone with her. He comes running over like he knows I'm talking to her. Like, oh, let me talk.
Yeah, he's my little boyfriend.
Thank you, guys. Ian, have a good time over in Scotland. Bye, everybody.